Hello again, it's Lock Noob, and here we have a padlock body, not the lock itself, that I've wanted for a very long time. Now, I really like the styling of the ABUS body padlocks. These take I think it's a 4510 cylinder, just a single-sided Euro cylinder. And it's just something about these with the orange stripe and the ABUS logo and stuff. I just really like it. And this was very kindly given to me by my friend Paul. So thank you, Paul, for this. Such a cool lock body. Just love it. Absolutely love it. But in it is a lock I've not picked on camera before. This is an ABUS E60, I believe. If I got that wrong, I'll correct it on the title of the video. But yeah, you can see here that this is an ABUS key. But look at the bitting on that. I mean, that is good. Definitely a max cut between, I think, pin... let's put that down for a minute. Let's have a look here. A max cut between pin 1, which is here, and 2, and maybe even 2 and 3. And then you got pin 4, the cut on the keys there, 5, and 6 at the back. But this here, luckily, isn't a cut. It's just there you go, there, yeah, that isn't actually a key cut into that's just the tip of the key. So that's a 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. So picking this lock, we're gonna have to throw it in a vise. I've got 2 picks. I've got a short hook and a medium hook, and between those two I reckon we can definitely get an open, and if we get an open we can get a gut, and we'll yeah, see where we go from there. So let me go grab a vise, set up, and we'll be back in a second. Okay, so we are in the vise. There is the key. It's lovely bitting. You only need to turn this about, not even a quarter turn, an 1/8 turn to open the shackle at the back. So yeah, it's interesting, these locks, but they're very cool to have the Euro cylinder in there, locked back up. I think we can do bottom of the keyway tension. Just got so much fits in here, and we're going to start off with a short hook. Just going to go in and see if there's anything binding. If there is, press it up. Pin 3, a little bit maybe there. Back through. Pin 1, little click. 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, little click there. 2, little click, and 1. Felt that go as well. And once I stop feeling anything binding I can pick with a short hook, I'll move to a medium hook. So can I feel anything? Pin 6 at the back? No. 5. No. 4. Oh, false set. This is a great time, right? So we're in a false set now. We've hit something. We've probably set a standard pin somewhere in here. So we need to go and see where the spools are. Nothing on 1. 2. Oh, wow. I think we're open. That was quick. Didn't expect that from that bitting, but an open is an open. Now we've got to figure out how we gut this. So I've got the key, so I don't need to keep it unlocked. I'm just going to lock it back up like that. And then we'll figure out how to take this out. So I think we first have to, well, get a pinning tray, and we will undo this little grub screw. So you can only undo this and get the core out once the lock is unlocked, which you'll see. So undoing this doesn't like drop out the core or anything. It's not a major security flaw. I think that should be enough. And I'll get the key, pop that in. Turn it so the cam faces this way, and you should be able to withdraw the lock. Now if it isn't coming out, it's because I haven't undone this screw enough. It is quite deep and has a little end on it, so we'll just take it out full stop. Then yeah, so you see how that is what do we need to, there you go. So do that. Should just be able to get the angle right. There we go. So turning the wrong way, ignore me. There we go. So it's now central. You can see that those 6 pin places there are very, very tight. I'll put this over here. I quite like the look of it, so I'll try and keep it in camera shot. There we go. Right. And then we just need to figure out a way of getting this back piece off. So I think the first thing to do is remove the circlip. See if I can do that easily enough. There we go. And then should be able to push it out and then take that off. It's a little C clip. It also might be an E clip, but it's not. That's now become kind of loose. Now that pin there, I wonder if I can push that pin in and whether that will slide the back portion out. I've not tried gutting this, so I'm hoping that I can push this in and push down. Yes, that seems to be working. And then push this, I don't know what you want to call that back piece, sort of out, because that's got to get out of the way so that we can, don't want the spring to spring everywhere, there you go, get out of the way so we can gut the lock. So I'm just going to do that and put my finger over there so I catch the spring. There we go. Oh, it's on both sides. Okay, that's going to be a pain to put back in, but that's a future me problem. And then we've got that core there, so I should be able to gently, don't mess this up, lock noob, pop that in, do a bit of this, and gently withdraw the core like that, just a little bit, to drop that tail piece out. Then we should be able to do everything that we would normally do on a lock, which is to grab a shim, and hopefully I've got enough room to put a shim across the top, and then grab a follower like this at an angle, make sure everything's looking okay, and just slide out that core. Whew, smooth. And yeah, you can see here that very like tight spacing here, and looks like we've got some anti-drill bars here, and these are probably steel pins, which I will give it some drill resistance as well. To torpedo pins, so for if you overset. That's really nice. So if they're long enough key pins, they are torpedoed, which is good. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. I do have my tweezers. Let's slide this out. Lovely long spool pins. Oh, these are lovely. No wonder the feedback's so good. Steel key pin in 2. Don't know why it's not a driver pin in 2. Don't know why it's not in 1, but that's just the way this lock was. And these, oh, tapered, a tapered pin. Very cool. Didn't notice that on the picking, but and then like a serrated type barrel spool and a standard. That's actually much different to what I was maybe expecting. Let me just show you here what we've got. I think these pins are quite good. So steel standard, we've got that torpedo pin which is spooled, so if you overset it, it will put you into a false set, but at the bottom, so you'd have to drop the tension to get that back down to recover. We've got standard in 3 here in brass. All the rest of the key pins are brass. A torpedo brass, torpedo brass, torpedo brass. Just want to show you one of those little torpedo pins again. So yeah, normally you only worry about spools when they're the drivers because you get into a false set, but if you push that up too far, this would actually go into the Bible and put you into a false set from the key pin, and you have to let go of the tension to drop that back down. Very cool. In terms of the driver pins then, what do we have here? Well, we have a, look how long this spool is. It's so cool. Not a super big ratio between the edges of the spool and the spool center itself, which means that it doesn't give like the most extreme false set, but still there. We've got a very nice long steel driver pin, another spool. Then this one's cool. I'll just show you these last 2 different types. You have a taper. These normally, once you pick, say, another pin, this may drop back down slightly into the keyway and give you a partial set. And then we have a, it's almost like a little serration here. You get some spool effect on here, but it's more like a serrated pin. And the last one was just a standard. But yeah, very cool. Much more sort of interesting bitting than maybe I was initially expecting there. So always good to have a lock which gives you just a, you know, a little bit of a surprise, a little bit of like, ooh, I didn't realise. Now I think the ABUS E60 is actually quite a common lock, so I probably should know what's in it, but If I did, I've forgotten, but very cool, right? I think so. Anyway, if you like that video, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It really helps my channel out. If you have any comments, leave them below, because I do read them all and reply to as many as I can. And of course, I will see you all next time.